It was me, Avenger Vast here, bringing another episode of Behind the Shot with Avenger. So I'm kind of doing a mod. I see a lot of people who do mods on ACBA, and they actually look good. So with Hasbro and how everything's kind of interchangeable, I kind of want to do that here. So Red Skull, back in like the 40s, he looked like this, but instead he had a Nazi symbol. Now I don't promote Nazism or anything like that, so I'm obviously not going to do that. But this is just the Hydra soldier body, and I just took off the head, the belt, which is removable, but it's really hard plastic, which is kind of scary, and then the Hydra harness. I took all that off. I took out his gun, and I just gave it to Red Skull, and it looks like it, except the Nazi symbol is just missing. I don't think the gloves were yellow either. They may have been brown, but it still works, and I like it. And I just took the gun straps from the Nick Fury, and I put him on here. The Red Skull here also came with it, but I just wanted to take this off because it would have been easier to take off than the Red Skull figure from Hasbro. So I really like this. I'm going to try and get a display with it. This is just the what do you call it, the regular head. And here's what's funny. I took the Red Onslaught head and I put it on this body, but this body I have on the Red Onslaught, but I'm going to remove that once I get the helmeted Magneto head, or whatever you want to call it. But I tried it on here and it doesn't really work. It looks cool, but it's too big. It looks really cool, but it's just way too big on the head. Pause. So I just put it on here, and I have it in my Avengers villains display, and I think that looks good. So I was watching Captain America, the 1966 cartoon with the Red Skull, and he was making a trade deal with this guy in AIM where he had the Cosmic Cube like in the comics, and that's kind of what I tried to replicate. I have two finger lights, two different things are holding it up, my one lamp, and outside, and yeah, they're just making a trade deal. And I'm just going to do this as a PNP. If you don't know what that is, that's plastic and paint on Facebook. I'm just going to have this on there, and then probably one of Captain America and Red Skull fighting. So here I have a display with Red Skull and Cap. So Red Skull's working on the Cosmic Cube. Cap is hanging from a chain. He's all chained up. Yeah, I think this came out pretty cool. I might try and take one more picture, but I pretty much got everything I wanted. I have one construction paper here for the little window right there. Again, Cap is chained up here. I have a thumbtack and foam and a stapler on top. I don't really need this, but I just want to make sure it doesn't fall over. But yeah, I think this came out pretty cool. Feels realistic in a way, especially with like Cap, just looking at him, finding a way to escape. His shield is over here, so I didn't really want it in the picture, but I kind of did, so I just had it like that. Yeah, I think it came out pretty cool. So here I got a display with Nuke and Ultimate Cap, and they're fighting. I was reading this comic once by Ultimates, and Cap was fighting Nuke. And the battle was sick. I really liked it. And then he fought Guardian from the Ultimate Universe, and it was really like dark. And yeah, I just love like how in the Ultimate Universe everything is just so dark, but not like dark where like it's like constantly dark, but it's like it has dark moments, and this is one of them. So Nuke and him are fighting. He has a what do you call it? What do you call this thing? Crowbar. And then he's hitting Cap with a shield, and Cap is blocking. And Nuke is really strong. He's basically like a super soldier, but he's one of the messed up ones. So he's really strong, and Cap's trying his best. And I might do like a still motion scene with this, so I might have this scene and then another scene, but it's all one picture put together, so we'll see. But I really like how this came out.
I'm still kind of messing around. I got Cap kicking Nuke now. I did several other shots, but I'm going to compare them and see which one I like the most. Like I said, I might do the whole collaborative shots, but I might just do one shot just in case. not to make everything cluttered, but I do like how this came out. It was kind of hard getting this. If you guys remember, this is my first dio, and I have touched it up a couple times. I think about doing another time, but yeah, I like how it's held up over the years. This I didn't paint, and this foam material is very hard to paint on because it's so sharp and like it's not very easy to paint on. But for this scene, I really think it really worked. But yeah, I'm gonna go to bed now. It's been a long day. Yeah, could even do this shot if I wanted to. Okay, let me see if this works. Let me try to get you guys to see this. Little work in progress. The thing is, like, he has such a big chest, it's kind of hard to like show that he's kicking him in the face in a way. And Cap's boots and his laces are kind of blocking, moving his legs up a lot more, so. And plus Cap is balancing on one foot too, and you don't want to have him leaning on anything. You see how that looks? Yeah, I don't like how that looks. So I also want to have his legs showing in the shot too, so it looks like he's actually kicking him. It's not bad. If I can just get them both to stand still. Man, he's not standing still. There we go. Okay, I like that. Yeah. Well, I really like that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this. My other camera's charging, so I'm not gonna take it with this one, but I really like how this came out. I might try to put the debris over here. And that is pretty cool.
So here I got a cool display. Just this old man at the bar, and Punisher is walking in on him, about to like attack him or confront him. I wasn't gonna have him holding a gun because if you guys don't know, there was a shooting here in my city, Orlando. So I didn't want to feed into that because that stuff is just really bad. But I just have him walking into the bar, and the old man just sitting, and I think that looks pretty cool. I had this other, well, I had other lights as well. I had this light here, this finger light, which no one really uses as much as they used to, because everyone has these other lights that they buy at like Home Depot and whatnot. So I had it like that, and that looks pretty cool. But I also had a shot where my room light was on and all these were off except for the finger lights. And that also looks pretty cool. I would have to turn down the brightness so it looks a little better, but I still think that looks pretty cool. I wanted to add a different character. I wanted to add Wolverine, and I also wanted to add that new Ghost Rider, but it was too big to fit into the door, so I didn't want to do that because it would look weird. I could try, but I don't know. We'll see. I think Ghost Rider might fit a little better, so I'll let you guys know. So I did decide to go with Ghost Rider. I think it looks pretty cool here. So I have Ghost Rider and Punisher, so I'm gonna see which one I like better. So that's gonna be my either A side or B side or PNP. So we'll see. But I really like how this came out. And on my camera it looks a little different than how it did in the picture, but I might try and snap a pic on this one and see which one is better. So yeah. So I'm working on display with Hawkeye and Bullseye because I got this image here. We got all these armies of bullseyes. And I can't tell if that's Hawkeye, Bullseye, or someone else because you see him like go crazy here. I don't think Hawkeye would do that. So I'm assuming that's the Bullseye one, but this one I want to have is Clint Barton. And I have 4 bullseyes. The other one's in the other room. And I'm trying to figure out what I should do with this because I really like this concept. I have the 2 regular ones and then the variant, and yeah, I really like this. I'm kind of tempted to open this bullseye now, but I'm not going to because it'll be a waste of a packaged figure. I'm just doing one display. You know, I'm not a huge fan of just buying like one figure for like a display and then never using it again. That's kind of how I see it here. So I'm just gonna leave it how it is. But I have 4 Bullseyes. I don't remember why I bought 4. I know I bought 2 for one for the Dark Avengers, which we didn't have a Hawkeye at the time, and then one for my Spider-Man display. But I don't know why I bought 2 others. But still cool. You can do a lot of MSD. So it's mad late. Working on a display here. The Hawkeye surrounded by these Bullseye. Like I showed you earlier, Bullseye had some kind of henchman and like dark rain, something like that. I don't know what was going on, but it looked really cool, so I decided to do these. I really wanted to open my one that I have on my wall, but I don't want to do that just for one picture. So I have them, the Mockingbird on the side over here, and she's all tied up. I never reviewed this Mockingbird, but she has good articulation. It's just Mockingbird as a character, I love like non-power superheroes, but she's kind of like useless. Like, I don't know, I have to read more comics with her, but I'm not really a huge fan of her. But you know, just simple stuff. Actually, this wasn't simple. It took like 3 hours to put together. I had this dial I was gonna use, and then I have this dial on the side which I didn't really need, and I had the lights off, but I just wanted to show off before I turn off the lights. So let me do that. And then that looks pretty cool. So I had this, and my shoe is holding that. This over here, this flashlight on the side, and then this was over here. And then I got this blue finger light in the corner. There's a little too much light on his face. And yeah, I think that looks really nice. I really like this. I wasn't taking pictures with this camera. I was taking it with this camera right here, which I really like. I've been taking a lot of photos with that, and I feel like I've been bringing new stuff to the table instead of like construction paper and stuff like that. So I really like how this came out. It's getting really late, so I'm gonna have to decide, should I keep going or should I wait till tomorrow, or try to come up with some other ideas, because some of the lighting here, let me try to put the light. This is also my party light, so this one was nice, and then that one was okay, but I might try to take it on here because it wasn't really showing up on my other camera, so we'll see. And we also have this yellow light, which I really like, and if I center a little more, you can see Mockingbird. Actually, you know what, move her a little bit. These chains really come in handy. So yeah, I really like how this came out. I'm gonna try to take a little more photos. Then I'm gonna go to bed. It's like 1 o'clock right now. I have an appointment at the doctor's tomorrow, so I gotta end this pretty quick. So I got one more shot in. The Hawkeye stuff I wasn't really feeling. Believe it or not, it was the dial that was really messing up the shot. It was just like, this dial doesn't fit for this kind of display, so it really just shows me that I need to work on some dials this week. So I plan on making some. I have 3 of those foam pieces, and I'm gonna get to work on that. But here I have not Hawkeye, Clinton Barton as what do you call him, Bullseye, and he has his henchmen around him, so he's posing as Bullseye, but he's really just Clinton Barton. So I like how this came out. I have this one guy with the grinning face and the 2 playing guys in the back, and I think this came out pretty cool. A good tip for coming up with displays is just going through comics and just trying to come up with something. You know, I have so many comics. This is just one bin, and I went through so many of these, and I only got like 5 that I'm actually gonna take inspiration from. So did all this just to, you know, find something, because you don't want to do what everyone else is doing. You want to do something unique and something with your own twist, or something that no one has seen before, because it's in comics. No one really reads comics and just does what they want, ACBA wise. So yeah, I have so many piles here. I'm gonna have to put this back in. And yeah, I remember I got this at England in an airport. I have so many comics. It's crazy.
So I'm working on a bunch of dials right now. I have half of one finished. This is finished already. I'm just gonna do the other side. I have some other stuff here. And this area I'm gonna clean out. I've had this for like 9 years, this area looking like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean everywhere and just make more room for more dials, because if I have more room, then I can make more dials and I don't have to worry about like space and stuff like that. So maybe put another D-top in here. I doubt that will ever happen, but who knows. But the main reason why it's so backed up in here is there's so many boxes. Like, look at all that. So I'm gonna have to throw some of these out. Like, some of these don't matter. Like, this doesn't really matter, but something like yeah, some of these don't really matter. Like, probably gonna throw this out. I don't really need this. See, like, everyone sees this like every time they go to Walmart, but you know, I'm gonna throw out a bunch of stuff. Here, I just keep all my construction paper. This has to be cleaned out, and these are some of my old toys. This is old Kingpin, but yeah, even I can clean that out and put stuff in it. Huge bin, it's just filled with childhood toys. I don't want to give all these away, but you know, I have to have some more room. But yeah, it's a lot to clean right here. And this is my grind table. You know, I just have my paints and everything here. This is gonna be my next display. It's Marvel Universe. I don't really do it, but we need a Silver Samurai and Marvel Legends scale. So I'm cleaning out this area I have in my room. What I'm planning on doing is cleaning out what's in here. I might find some ACBA stuff, some fodder for dials, and I want to buy another D-top for like statues or like some of my favorite figures that I don't have any space for in my collection. And I think I already said dials here, but I found something that was really crazy. You see this Black Cat and Spider-Girl. She has waist articulation, and if you guys had the Spider-Girl figure, you know that she does not have waist articulation, so that's weird. It is nice that Hasbro was intending on giving us articulation at the waist at that time, but they've already used this mold so many times that I don't think we're going to get it anytime soon, but hopefully we get that. Ab crunch and double jointed elbow in a, what do you call it, arm swivel. I would love that, but the female figures, I like them sculpt-wise, look-wise, but articulation-wise, they're pretty much useless in a way, and I really wish they weren't like that, and I really wish Hasbro stepped up their articulation. Alright, a little more progress. It's really a lot to put back, but still working, and I'm going to throw these out anyway. But if you guys know who these are Silver Sable, which we need in Marvel Legends form, and Tombstone, who we also need. When I was a kid, I used to like sculpt with like clay that I used to find at Michael's and places like that, and just craft all my favorite or characters of Marvel that I knew of. And yeah, we really need these guys in 6-inch form, but they're going in the trash. That's not for ACBA. Don't even think about putting something like that in ACBA. You'll get kicked out.
So here's a little AVX action going on. Got the comics here, where Gambit and Cap fought. If you can see my hand, I'm holding up this chopstick which has Gambit's cards in it. I have a bunch of wax on the other side, and I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get the chopstick to hold up, because from here it looks good, you know. But if I were to show the chopstick, it wouldn't work out. But I don't know. I had to find something around. Closest thing I found was a stapler. I could put it in there, but I don't think that's probably gonna show up in the shot. But I don't know. We'll see. So I'm pretty happy with how this came out. Just Gambit and Cap fighting. My settings are a little bright right now, so that's probably why it's bright. But I have outside lighting, and then I have my lamp with this magenta filter on it to give it that illusion that Gambit's cards are that like fluorescent. And I really like how this came out. I decided to go with the Toy Biz accessory, which no one uses Toy Biz accessories anymore, but I thought this one was pretty cool for this one since I could not get either of these to hold in his hand. And if you guys remember, I had the chopstick with the wax and that was going horrible, and the sun was hot and it was just melting. I was just like, you know what, let me do something else. And I have a little bit of wax on all these, and I didn't want to ruin it anymore. So I think this is the best out of all of them. I got a little playing card. Cab doesn't notice it, it's gonna blow up. Yeah, it's just blocking. And I'm thinking about going with a different light. Probably not that. And not that either, maybe blue or yellow, but we'll see. I don't know how I feel about this. It looks better on this camera, but on this camera it didn't look as well, so I might take a peek with this. But I have 3 blue lights. I had 4, but this one is dying. And then I have this blue lamp, and they're just fighting. The Captain America, the new one with the Build-A-Figure Abomination, which I think is a horrible Build-A-Figure because we're getting 2 basically. They were comparing Captain Britain and Wonder Man, and in the past they've compared like different Hasbro figures to previous Toy Biz figures, and I gotta say Hasbro has definitely beaten Toy Biz scope wise. They're getting there. They definitely haven't beat them scope wise. Paint wise, they're on par. Like this Gambit came with the coat, like that was genius. You can still move them with the coat, but this Gambit and like a bunch of other Toy Biz figures are outdated, and we need new versions of them. Like this Gambit is sick. Like you can get him in almost any pose, but he's outdated and he does not look like this at all in the comics anymore. So we do need updated versions of a lot of characters. Like easy one I can think of is Beast. You know, we have the crappy Hasbro one, but that one doesn't work at all compared to the Toy Biz one, which is good, but it's outdated. So just stuff like that. We need different versions of characters. So a little retouch up. I Facebook message Michael Wisman, and I was asking him if there was anything wrong with this. He was like, the overall setup was kind of messed up, so I rearranged it and fixed the lighting. Added 2 blue lights, fixed this a little bit. Before it was just covering it, now it's just kind of standing up. I have this light, and this, and I try to make it as clear as possible, and I think it looks a lot better. So that's the thing about ACBA, man. You have to, if someone's like telling you like something can be fixed and this team will be perfect, do it, because you know you can go far with that. Michael Wisman is an amazing artist. I think he's won a couple of championships. I might be wrong, but he's like, his work is flawless, man. Check him out if you haven't. Really good guy. But yeah, thank you again for the advice. So here I got a shot with Ultron and Hawkeye. Shooting a review for this Ultron, but very nice figure. And I just used the prop that came on his fingers and went like that. He has holes on the side, and I just put it as like a effect because Hawkeye shot him in the neck. And I think Hawkeye could beat Ultron, like this version of Ultron, not regular Ultron, because he has so many ports in his body, and Hawkeye can just blow him up. But yeah, this Ultron was just really weak in the movie. The design wasn't bad, it's just he was just really bad as a villain. Like I said, Baron Zemo was the best Avengers, well, Marvel Cinematic Universe villain we've had. It hasn't died, so yeah. Anyway, really like this. You have the Ultron with the bow in his mouth. I think I got them from a Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I just painted it black. And another Ultron. These are not my favorite Ultron. I like the head sculpt, but just the way they move is just awkward. I like the newer release with the Hulk and the Vision, and everything else just props. This is the box set Amazon Hawkeye. Just has the Marvel Legends Hawkeye bow, and he's posed where it looks like he just shot that arrow and it shot him in the neck. So I like how that came out. Yeah, it came out pretty nice. The background, I'm gonna see if I like it, or I'm gonna have to wait till morning because it's dark outside. Because the outside light was also giving this a blue effect where it looked like it was the sky, but this kind of makes it look like it's kind of weird. I don't know, I have to check it out. I might have to color it a little bit, but yeah. And I use this lamp, my bathroom light, and these. And they have to stand up on their own, which is kind of hard. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do that. There we go. And that kind of gives Ultron his shiny look, which I like. And that looks really nice.
So I finally went shopping for the last time. Well, not last time, but it's been a while since I've been shopping. But I bought a figure. I'm gonna show that off. Bought some clothes. This shirt isn't really important. You guys know the artist Melanie Martinez. I really love her. You guys watch Rick and Morty. That show is awesome. And I got some shorts in here. But main goal today. Bam. This Harley Quinn figure is, from what I've seen, it looks really nice. And Harley Quinn is really cute, and I really like how this came out. The whole DC Icons line is very nice, man. It's kind of like how Legends are right now. Like, let's see. See, DCUC, and DCUC. Two good figures, but they need more articulation and an update. Not bad figures, but compared to today, where action figures are, you need more articulation. This is what you get. And I like the direction they're going in, but they need thigh swivel and waist swivel. At least they're doing it right. Legends, you know, they don't even have an ab crunch, and they don't even have the double jointed elbow for female figures, which is really bad. But I wouldn't mind seeing the whole Batman universe in this line. You guys know Batman's like the only DC character I like. Superman's cool, but I don't really care about him. But if we got a DC Icons Joker, which I know we might get, DCUC Penguin, Two-Face, Riddler, what do you call him, Black Mask. They will even want to do a Clayface as like a huge like box, Killer Croc. That line's gonna do very well.
I love how this Harley Quinn came out. It's a really good figure. Just posing around here in a simple scene. Got some toys on the table. Or they're obviously toys, but they're toys to her. But yeah, I love how this came out. She just posed around with her gun. Really nice. I just have this, it's my lamp, and then I have a magenta filter over it, and then I have my outside light. And yeah, I love how this came out. My camera that I've been using lately has a lot of settings on it, so I got some really cool pictures. So I am an idiot. I had some really good progression of this display, but I just didn't want to film it because it was just a lot of progression, and I could not get the right shot. I just, so I just came up with this one, and this is originally what I had, and the stuff I had before wasn't that great, so I just went back to this idea, and I think it came out a lot better. I started working on this on Friday night. It is Sunday, and I had this guy, and I had her on there. These are just, that's the Ronin head, and this is the Sharon Carter head. And I had them in here, and it was just way too much. So I took them out, and I only put 4 shield agents, technically 5 if you count the Mandroid, but I have that, and then I have some common criminals, Beetle, Boomerang, Whirlwind, all getting arrested and taken to shield to be put away. And I got Spidey and Rita Hill talking because Spidey fought all 3 of these guys, and then Shield came to help him out and take him away. So yeah. Lighting I have, if you guys remember this Detolf light, yeah, that's my collection. Don't think this is gonna stay. These 2 are probably gonna change. Anyway, this is my Detolf light, and I just took it from up there and put it here. I have the little switch and everything, and I have a little filter over it. This gets very, very hot. Like, that's why I don't like using this. It's very hot metal. I want to take this off already because I can burn. I have this tab light up front. I have this light up front. This lamp on the floor. The carpet is helping it, so it reflects back there with the construction paper, so it's facing down. And I have my room light just to give it a little more light up top. And yeah, I think this came out really, really cool. Now to work on some other displays because I've been working on this for like 3 days now, and I'm finally happy with this result. I got 3 rarely used figures in this display: Ghost, Madam Mask, and Extremis Iron Man. Even though that Madam Mask has really bad articulation, all these guys are really cool. And this is an Iron Man scene, which I don't really see get used a lot, whether it's like him flying or fighting Cap. I kind of want to see like more Iron Man pics where he's like doing his own thing. And yeah, I got a safe over here, got some wine, coffee. I just printed this out today. It's like a carpet, and this is construction paper. It's just a random small piece. Actually, it's really flimsy too. And I did have these on, but I didn't like how they were looking in the photo, so I turned it off and it looked okay. And the lighting kind of helped with that too. So yeah, you got Ghost. He kind of phased through Iron Man and gave him like short circuited his armor, and Madam Mask is about to shoot him. Yeah, I like how this came out. There are different variations of this. I don't know if I should have it like, try not to drop him. I should have it like this, which I kind of had before, and I did have Ghost flying before in the other photo, and she just fell over. Because that looks a little weird. I in the photo that I just showed you before, it was small to big, and then now it kind of looks weird. So I think it looked better before. This figure is really hard to stand up because those heels. There we go. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it looks weird. Maybe if I had him flying. Whatever. I don't know. I'll keep messing with it. I'll let you guys know. 2 really cool figures you don't see a lot get used. Ms. Marvel a little more, but Captain Marvel, you never see this guy. I know he's dead, but he's still a really cool figure. I didn't realize it until I started posing it around. So really cool figure. I'm changing around this backdrop from different colors I have. I might change it to orange. I have pink on the other side, but I have this neon yellowish green, and I'm gonna change it and see which one I like better. I don't know if I'm gonna film everyone, but you guys will find out at the end which one I use. Something's a little funny about this Captain Marvel. I'm trying to not drop. I have the little pom-poms on her hand, the little energy effect. I have the Ultron energy thing, but the funny thing is, when I got this figure, I didn't realize it at first. I got this a long time ago. The butterfly joint is backwards. You can see that this one is the correct one, but this one is false. This is supposed to be in the front, and the other piece is in the back. But the good thing is that it goes in deeper. Pause. You can see like it's in a lot more than the other side. Let's see. That's as far as this one goes, and this one goes in pretty far. So it's a mistake, but it works. So I'm fine with it. It's pretty cool. So I decided to go with orange, and it came out the best out of all of them versus the neon and the pink. This one just looks really, really nice. I have my one light source, which is the sun, which is super hot, and I have this balancing it out. And I have a little this construction paper folded against my tub. Yeah, and I took it on this camera. I didn't use my other camera because for whatever reason this quality is a little better, but still really like that other camera. But this one is just a little better in this shot. I'm gonna take another one like that. And the cool thing is I hid this stand a little bit with this belt. I know it's a little inaccurate, but still looks really nice. It's just a matter of hiding the stand. I was trying to get Ms. Marvel's leg in the air up a little bit. And I already took this picture right here. My phone just turned off. And yeah, this one I like, but this one is really nice because her legs are in the air. So I'm gonna try to get it with this one. Could I move her leg up a little bit so it's visible in the shot, so it doesn't look like she's just floating. Pretty simple shot, but this was a lot of work to work on. A bunch of layering back here, even though it's not really in the shot, it just helps a lot. And Thundra is walking through smoke. I never use this figure because the articulation on the head just really messes it out. But it's an attractive looking figure, and I like the chain, but it's more of like a look figure, not really an action figure. This Thing figure, it's really cool. Hasbro just showed an Invisible Woman, so I'm assuming they're making a Fantastic Four wave. Really excited about that. Hope we get a new thing with that articulation. This one has none, and it kind of ruined my chances in this scene, but yeah, pretty simple. So this shot might look a little different in the next clip, but basically what I got going on here is Spider-Woman messing around with this dude's hormones, and because she has the power to like control pheromones, which I think is pretty cool. And these Hydra soldiers are knocked out, they're sitting on a base. And Thor, Hulk, and Iron Man are just like, dang. Actually, what's going on here is like, so she sits around here, uses her hormones, and then sends them over here, and then they get beat up by these three, and then they're knocked out. And then he's the next one to get knocked out. So that's basically what I got going on. My lighting is about to go out because it's outside. So by the time you see the next clip, it might look a little different. So I'm gonna end the episode here. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry it's so long. Next episode, I'm gonna try to have it more organized and more consistent. So yeah, again, thank you again for watching, and I'll catch you later. Peace.
That's crispy.